Hey guys, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League Point Predictor, in partnership with FPL Bet and Bet for the Best. Each week, the writers at FPLBet.com will be taking turns to challenge me with their own team of 5 Point Predictor, so I'll leave a link in the description where you can check out their Point Predictor article and see what players they believe are guaranteed points this week. And the question is, can they get more right than me? I also want to say a big thanks to all of you for supporting this channel and helping me reach 400 subscribers. I really hope you keep enjoying the content. If you do, make sure to drop me a like and subscribe, and also get your own team of 5 predictions submitted in the comment section below. So moving swiftly on, let's see how I fared first with my predictions from last week's episode. As expected, United failed to offer much of an attacking threat against Chelsea, much like their performance against Liverpool, so Azpilicueta picking up a nice predictable clean sheet and a bonus point to boot. Surprisingly, Theo Walcott was unable to continue his hot streak, with Arsenal only mustering a 0-0 draw against strugglers Middlesbrough. It was another bright display from Dimitri Payet, who seems to be growing in confidence alongside his West Ham teammates. Collectively, it wasn't a stellar performance, only managing a last-minute 1-0 win at home to Sunderland, but Payet shone again and played his part by assisting that last-minute winner. My punt of the week, Borja Baston, with a measly 0.1% ownership, failed to get me brownie points on this occasion, not contributing much in Swansea's 0-0 stalemate to Watford. Lastly, the fairly reliable Belgian, Romelu Lukaku, was able to help me go one better this week and take my final total of 3 out of 5 predictions for Gameweek 9. Everton fans would have expected better, and I certainly didn't predict an Everton defeat to Burnley, but this is the Point Predictor, and all that matters is that Lukaku assisted a goal and picked up 5 points for his efforts. So for Game Week 9, my choices have seen me pick up a very admirable 3 out of 5 correct selections, with Azpilicueta, Payet and Lukaku all bringing home 4 points or more last week. If I can continue this kind of form for my predictions, I'd be absolutely delighted, but I foresee things only getting more difficult from here on out, so please don't put too much faith in me, as it could all go very wrong very quickly. With that said, let's move on to Game Week 10 and check out my latest Point Predictor. For my defensive option this week, I'm opting for Jose Holebas of Watford. Since their defeat to Burnley in Game Week 6, Watford haven't looked outstanding, but they definitely look organised and difficult to beat. They're unbeaten in 3 games now, and in their last 2 outings, they've kept back-to-back clean sheets. Now is as good a chance of any to continue this run of defensive prowess, with a very favourable fixture at home to Hull. I'm afraid to say Hull are looking pretty woeful at the moment. They're very low on confidence, and they're also missing their key creative spark, Robert Snodgrass, through injury. This makes it likely for Holebas to get more points on the board this week, and after his wonderful strike 2 weeks ago, he clearly has an eye for goal and offers an attacking threat going forward. My midfielder under 8 million was a tricky choice this week. I really fancy Arsenal and Liverpool to win their respective fixtures, and both teams have some wonderful point-scoring midfielders to choose from. I'd love to select the likes of Coutinho, Mane, Walcott, Ozil, Firmino, but none of these players are valued below that 8 million mark, which leaves me with Liverpool's Adam Lallana. Despite me name-dropping all those other fantastic players, Lallana has been equally impressive so far this season. In terms of points, he's right up there alongside his Liverpool teammates, and I fancy them to put on another confident display against Palace. Crystal Palace seem to have hit a bit of a slump in recent weeks, and most notably are yet to keep a clean sheet this season. Scott Dan returning may help them, and Benteke will definitely be out to prove a point, but I still fancy the Reds to put on another impressive attacking display, so hopefully Lallana gets amongst the points this week. With a Liverpool player taking up the budget spot this week, this leaves me with Arsenal's midfield to play with, and they face a Sunderland side who are yet to win a game this season. A week ago, Mesut Ozil bursted into form with a wonderful hat-trick performance in the Champions League, but I still can't look any further than the usually reliable Alexis Sanchez. For his own standards, he's on a bit of a dry spell currently, without a goal in his last 3 outings, which is quite a while for a player of his quality. But surely this week, Sanchez will be back in the points, facing a Sunderland side who A, haven't kept a clean sheet this season, and B, haven't even won a game yet. For my budget striker this week, Callum Wilson makes a return to my Point Predictor. I've been really impressed with Bournemouth the last few weeks. Since being hammered 4-0 by Man City, they've turned their form around and are providing a challenging game for everyone. They're definitely a team oozing confidence, and they're playing on the front foot, and I don't think this will change in their trip to Middlesbrough. This one's not an easy game to predict, but I think both teams will go out there to win. And with Ibe and Wilshere providing a creative spark for Bournemouth, I think Callum Wilson could bag himself some points this week. And finally, for my striker of any value, I'm backing Zlatan Ibrahimovic to bounce back in United's home fixture to Burnley. Look, I know I'm going heavily against form here, with United in disarray and Burnley coming off an impressive win against Everton, but on paper, this one at the start of the season would have been a Zlatan banker, surely. The striker has come under quite a bit of criticism in recent weeks, but the guy is clearly a winner, and he's got that arrogant streak that may see him want to shut up those negative reviews. There are a few calls for him to be dropped this game, so hopefully this isn't the case for the sake of my point predictor. I've just got an inkling that United fans will demand a performance against Burnley, and despite it being cagey, I think they'll probably get the win, with Ibrahimovic contributing something. Okay guys, that completes my point predictor this week. Make sure to go ahead and check out my previous video where I review Game Week 9 and discuss some players to watch this week. And also check the description for FPLBet.com's own article of the point predictor, where their staff challenged me with their own set of 5-player choices, along with lots of other great informative articles regarding Fantasy Premier League. Good luck in Game Week 10 and I'll catch you all next week.